Welcome back to Striking Chameleon, your source for fascinating insights into the world of science and medicine. Today, we're diving deep into the realm of infectious diseases and exploring the top 10 remarkable zoonotic viruses, those viruses that jump from animals to humans. Zoonotic viruses are a constant threat, with spillover events occurring regularly. But some of these diseases have left an indelible mark on humanity. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Number 10. Hantavirus. Hantaviruses are a family of viruses spread mainly by rodents and can cause varied disease syndromes in people worldwide. Infection with any hantavirus can produce hantavirus disease in people. Hantaviruses in the Americas are known as New World hantaviruses and may cause hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Other hantaviruses, known as Old World hantaviruses, are found mostly in Europe and Asia and may cause hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome. Each hantavirus serotype has a specific rodent host species and is spread to people via aerosolized virus that is shed in urine, feces, and saliva, and less frequently by a bite from an infected host. The most important hantavirus in the United States that can cause HPs is the Zoonotic virus, spread by the deer mouse. Number 9. Ebola virus. Ebola virus disease is a rare but severe illness in humans. It is often fatal. People get infected with Ebola by touching infected animals when preparing, cooking, or eating them. Body fluids of an infected person, such as saliva, urine, feces, or something that has the body fluids of an infected person like clothes or sheets. Ebola enters the body through cuts in the skin or when touching one's eyes, nose, or mouth. Early symptoms include fever, fatigue, and headache. Some types of Ebola can be prevented with vaccines and treated with medicines. Number 8. Zika virus. Zika virus is a mosquito-borne virus first identified in Uganda in 1947 in a rhesus macaque monkey, followed by evidence of infection and disease in humans in other African countries in the 1950s. The mosquitoes that host this virus also transmit dengue, chikungunya, and urban yellow fever. Most people infected with the Zika virus do not develop symptoms. Among those who do, they typically start 3 to 14 days after infection, are generally mild, including rash, fever, conjunctivitis, muscle and joint pain, malaise, and headache, and usually last for 2 to 7 days. Number 7. Blastomycosis. Blastomycosis is an infection caused by a fungus called blastomyces. The fungus lives in the environment, particularly in moist soil and in decomposing matter such as wood and leaves. People can get blastomycosis after breathing in the microscopic fungal spores from the air. Although most people who breathe in the spores don't get sick, some people will develop symptoms like fever and cough, and the infection can sometimes become serious if it is not treated. Number 6. West Nile virus. West Nile virus, aka WNV, is the leading cause of mosquito-borne disease in the continental United States. It is most commonly spread to people by the bite of an infected mosquito. Cases of WNV occur during mosquito season, which starts in the summer and continues through fall. There are no vaccines to prevent or medications to treat WNV in people. Fortunately, most people infected with WNV do not feel sick. About 1 in 5 people who are infected develop a fever and other symptoms. About 1 out of 150 infected people develop a serious, sometimes fatal, illness. Number 5. Cat scratch disease, CSD. Cat scratch disease, aka CSD, is a bacterial infection spread by cats. The disease spreads when an infected cat licks a person's open wound, or bites or scratches a person hard enough to break the surface of the skin. About 3 to 14 days after the skin is broken, a mild infection can occur at the site of the scratch or bite. The infected area may appear swollen and red with round, raised lesions and can have pus. A person with CSD may also have a fever, headache, poor appetite, and exhaustion. Later, the person's lymph nodes near the original scratch or bite can become swollen, tender, or painful. Number 4. Avian influenza or bird flu. Avian influenza or bird flu refers to the disease caused by infection with avian, bird, influenza type A viruses. These viruses naturally spread among wild aquatic birds worldwide and can infect domestic poultry and other bird and animal species. Bird flu viruses do not normally infect humans. However, sporadic human infections with bird flu viruses have occurred. The most common way for the virus to enter a territory is through migratory wild birds. When avian influenza is transmitted to humans, symptoms in people can range from mild upper respiratory fever and cough to severe pneumonia, acute respiratory distress syndrome, shock, and even death. Number 3. Cetocosis. Cetocosis, also known as parrot fever, and ornithosis, is a zoonotic infectious disease in humans caused by a bacterium called Chlamydia psittaci and contracted from infected parrots such as macaws, cockatiels, and budgerigars, and from pigeons, sparrows, ducks, hens, gulls, and many other species of birds. The incidence of infection in canaries and finches is believed to be lower than in cetacine birds. In humans, after an incubation period of 5 to 19 days, the disease course ranges from asymptomatic to systemic illness with severe pneumonia. Number 2. Rabies. Rabies is a vaccine-preventable, zoonotic, viral disease affecting the central nervous system. Once clinical symptoms appear, rabies is virtually 100% fatal. In up to 99% of cases, domestic dogs are responsible for rabies virus transmission to humans. Yet, rabies can affect both domestic and wild animals. It spreads to people and animals via saliva, usually through bites, scratches, or direct contact with mucosae like eyes, mouth, or open wounds. Children between the ages of 5 and 14 years are frequent victims. Initial symptoms of rabies include generic signs like fever, pain, and unusual or unexplained tingling, pricking, or burning sensations at the wound site. Rabies is present on all continents except Antarctica, with over 95% of human deaths occurring in Asia and Africa. Number 1. Histoplasmosis. Histoplasmosis is an infection caused by breathing in spores of a fungus often found in bird and bat droppings. People usually get it from breathing in these spores when they become airborne during demolition or cleanup projects. The mildest forms of histoplasmosis cause no signs or symptoms. However, severe infections can be life-threatening. When signs and symptoms occur, they usually appear 3 to 17 days after exposure and can include fever, headache, muscle aches, dry cough, and tiredness. There you have it, the top 10 remarkable zoonotic viruses which are transmitted from animals to humans. These zoonotic viruses remind us of the interconnectedness of all life on our planet and the need for vigilance and preparedness. As we continue to explore and expand our interactions with the natural world, understanding these viruses is crucial for our future. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Striking Chameleon for more captivating content. Thanks for watching.